أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله وكفى والصلاة والسلام على نبيه المصطفى نبينا محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Ruling on paying zakat on gold or jewelry that a woman obtained for personal use and not for the purpose of saving or trading or doing business will be the topic of our discussion today, insha'Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. My brothers, my sisters in Islam, Muslims worldwide often raised this issue, often raise this question every year. So let us try to make it easy for everyone to understand, for everyone to comprehend. So first of all, we must differentiate between one, gold or silver intended for personal use by a woman. Two, gold or silver intended for saving or trading or doing business. As for gold intended for saving or trading or doing business by a woman or man, zakat must be paid on it if it reaches the nisab, 85 grams, and 1 year has passed. Gold for trading, silver for trading, we have to pay zakah on it. As for the gold intended for personal use, this is the subject of our discussion today. Muslim jurists, Muslim fuqaha, Muslim scholars have differed on these as follows. One, according to the majority of Muslim jurists, Muslim fuqaha, Muslim scholars, such as Al-Imam Malik, Imam Ahmed bin Hanbal, Imam Al-Shafi'i, and majority of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam companions, they said there is no zakat on gold or silver that a woman obtained for personal use, means to be used as adornment, as zina. There is no zakah on it, because there was no clear explicit hadith from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam regarding the obligation of zakat or of paying zakat on gold intended for personal use and adornment by a woman. And they said all the ahadith in which those said it is obligatory to pay zakat on gold or silver obtained for personal use, they said all those ahadith are not authentic, are not, they have issues in their chains, so they are not authentic. Plus, gold or silver intended for personal use is considered to be a property item, not a trade item, not a trade commodity. In Arabic we said it is urud al-qunya, something you own, your property, not urud al-tijara, not a commodity item. It is like your own car, your own clothes, your own house, which may amount to millions of money, and yet none of the scholars before and present said that zakat is obligatory on your own property, your own house, your own car, your own clothes. Nobody said that. So gold is similar to that. Gold is something that you possess, is your personal property for personal use. So therefore no zakat on it. It is urud al-qunya, not urud al-tijara. View number two. Imam Abu Hanifa, as well as some contemporary scholars, are of the view that it is obligatory to pay zakah on gold and silver that are obtained for personal use if reached the nisab. based on the general meaning of what Allah Ta'ala says in Surah At-Tawbah, verse 34, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم والذين يكنزون الذهب والفضة ولا ينفقونها في سبيل الله فبشرهم بعذاب أليم. Painful punishment to those who hoard gold and silver and do not spend it in Allah's cause. They said, based on this hadith, based on the general meaning of this hadith, based on the general meaning of this great verse, therefore, if a person, a woman, obtain gold for personal use, she has to pay zakat on it, based on the on this great verse of Surah At-Tawbah. So my brother, my sister in Islam, each group, the majority and the minority, has its own evidence that supports its opinion on the subject. So my advice to myself and you as follows. One, on this issue you should follow or choose the opinion that you are comfortable with and act upon it with absolute conviction. You have to believe in it. Choose one opinion and believe in it and act upon that. You may consult a trustworthy, knowledgeable scholar in your area, in your town, in your country, to obtain guidance in this regard. Advice number 2, you should not imitate, you should not follow the opinion of the majority of scholars who said that no zakah is due on gold or silver intended for personal use, just to avoid paying zakat. But rather, following or imitating this opinion of the majority of scholars and Sahaba should be based on your on your clear conviction that is the correct view, that is the preferred view. So you don't just go and imitate the opinion of the majority and Sahaba just because you don't want to pay zakah. No, that must be based on your clear conviction that you believe that is the correct view. I hope it's clear. The advice number 3, even though if you choose to follow the view of the majority of scholars and the Sahaba, and you feel out of your own discretion, out of your own will, that you wanted to pay zakah on your jewelry, gold and silver, that you keep for your personal use, to avoid difference of opinion among the scholars, and also to meet the needs of the poor people, my sister, you can do that, despite that you are not obliged to pay, because you have choose the opinion of the majority of the scholars and you convinced that is the correct view. Even though you have that view, still you can pay zakat for your jewelry, gold and silver that you obtain for personal use, and that should be out of your own discretion, out of your own will. You can pay zakat even though you are not obliged to pay, in order to meet maybe the needs of the poor and to avoid the difference of opinion among the scholars. I hope our subject is clear, inshallah ta'ala. I just want to draw our attention that all what we said are related to women obtaining gold or silver for personal use, not for man. Because using gold for man in Islam is haram. But unfortunately, some men use gold for adornment, for whatever reason. So those who use gold, those men who use gold for adornment, they should know that if they did that, they obtained the gold for adornment, they have to pay zakat on it. So the view of whether they obtain it for personal use or not doesn't apply on them, because it is haram and they obtain it. Therefore, they have to pay zakah on the gold that they obtain it, even for personal use, because it is not allowed for them to use it Islamically. I hope our subject is clear, inshaAllah tabarak wa ta'ala. May Allah tabarak wa ta'ala increase our knowledge in our deen. May Allah tabarak wa ta'ala accept all our good deeds. Barakallahu fikum. هذا وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا والحمد لله رب العالمين.